You know that feeling when you think a word means one simple thing, and then you discover it's actually a secret key to a dozen different ideas? That's turn. It's not about your car, it's about life surprises, your choices, and even magic. Hey everyone, welcome to Speak Like a Native. I'm Maya.
And I'm Leo. Let's get into it.
So, Leo, I have a question for you. If I say the word turn, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Turn. Like turn left, turn right, direction, changing direction.
Exactly. That's the basic physical meaning. But what if I told you that in everyday conversation, we use turn more often to talk about things that are not about direction at all? Things like results, decisions, and transformations.
Wait, really? Like what?
Like this: the party turned out to be amazing, or I had to turn down the job offer. Or even, that quiet street turns into a market every Sunday. No left or right in sight.
Oh, wow. Okay. So turn out, turn down, turn into, they're like different tools.
Precisely. They're phrasal verbs. And today, we're going to unlock three of the most powerful and common ones. By the end of this, you'll be using turn to describe surprises, make polite refusals, and talk about change like a native speaker. And I promise, it's easier than you think.
I'm ready. Let's start with turn out. You said the party turned out to be amazing. So it means the result was good.
Yes, but with a specific flavor. Turnout always carries the idea of a revealed result. It's the final answer after some uncertainty. You weren't sure about the party, but then you went and the outcome was revealed to be amazing. It's often used for things that are different from what was expected.
So can it be for bad results too?
Absolutely. The cake turned out terrible. The movie turned out to be really boring. The key is the element of discovery. Now give me a sentence, Leo. Imagine you were worried about a presentation at work.
Okay, I was very nervous, but my presentation turned out very well.
Perfect. Turned out very well. Natural. Now, a common mistake learners make is trying to use turnout for very simple, expected facts. For example, saying the sun turns out every morning. That sounds strange, right?
Yeah, that sounds like the sun is making a surprise appearance. We know the sun will rise.
Exactly. No uncertainty, no revealed outcome. So save turnout for when there's a story, a question, an expectation. Let's do another one. Imagine you buy a cheap phone online. You're hoping it's good, but you're not sure.
The cheap phone I bought online turned out to be actually really good.
Excellent. You see how that sentence tells a little story? There was doubt and then a result. Now here's a pro tip. Turnout is often followed by to be or an adjective. It turned out great. She turned out to be a great friend.
Got it. So turnout is for the final score, the big reveal.
Beautifully said. Now, let's move to our second phrase. This one is about choice and politeness. Turn down. Leo, if I say, I turned down the music, what does that mean?
You made the volume lower.
Right, the physical meaning. But what about this? I turned down the invitation.
Oh, you said no to the invitation.
Yes. To turn down something means to refuse or reject it, an offer, an invitation, a proposal. Now, why do we say turn down instead of just refuse?
I don't know. Is it more polite?
It can be. Refuse can sound very direct, sometimes even harsh. Turn down often feels softer, more diplomatic. It's the difference between I refuse your offer and I had to turn down the offer, but thank you so much. One sounds like an argument, the other sounds like a regretful decision.
That's a huge difference. So in a job interview, if they offer me a salary that's too low,
You might say, I'm afraid I have to turn down that salary. It's professional. Now, a very common error, especially for speakers whose languages have a direct translation for refuse, is to mix these up. They might say, I refused his party invitation. To a native ear, that can sound like there was a conflict, like you're mad at him. I turned down his invitation just means you couldn't go.
that's so subtle. Okay, I need to practice. My friend offered to lend me his car, but I didn't need it.
Good scenario.
I turned down his offer to lend me the car.
Perfect. Natural and polite. Now, here's the suspenseful part, Leo. In a few minutes, you're going to try to use turn down in a scenario where it doesn't quite fit and it's a mistake I hear all the time. Stay tuned for that.
Ha 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 ha. Now I'm nervous.
Don't be. It's how we learn. Okay, third phrase. This one has a bit of magic in it. Turn into. You gave the example earlier? The street turns into a market.
Yes, it changes. It becomes a market.
Exactly. Turn into means to change or transform into something else. It can be for physical things. The caterpillar turned into a butterfly. It can be for situations. A friendly debate turned into an argument. It implies a process of change.
So it's like become.
Very similar, yes. But turn into often feels more visual, more dramatic. Water becomes ice is scientific. The prince turned into a frog is a fairy tale. It's great for storytelling. Now, the mistake here is using it for very fast, instantaneous changes where we might use change to or just become. For example, if you're talking about traffic lights, you say, the light changed to green, not the light turned into green. That makes it sound like the light itself transformed.
Like the whole metal box morphed into the color green.
Right. So turn into has a sense of a metamorphosis. Okay, your turn. Tell me a transformation story.
Okay, the small tech startup turned into a giant company.
Turned into a giant company. Perfect. You see the journey there. Now let's bring this all together with a real life scenario. Imagine this, Leo. You hear about a new restaurant. The reviews are mixed. You go with low expectations.
Okay, I'm at the restaurant. It looks not great.
But the food arrives.
And the food turns out to be incredible.
Great. So you want to go back. Next week, your friend asks you to go to a different restaurant on the same night you plan to return to this one.
I have to turn down my friend's invitation.
Exactly. You politely turn it down. You go back to the amazing restaurant a month later, and you see they've renovated.
The old, quiet restaurant turned into a busy, popular place.
Boom! You just used all three phrases in one story. Turned out to be incredible, turned down the invitation, turned into a busy place. That's the power of turn.
That feels really good.
Now, let's talk about the common mistake I teased. I often hear learners say something like, I turned down his advice, or I turned down his suggestion. Can you feel why that's a little off?
You can refuse advice, right? But turn down advice. It sounds like you're lowering the volume on his words.
You hit on it. Turn down is best used for offers, invitations, proposals, things that are being given to you that you can accept or not. Advice and suggestions are ideas, not tangible offers. You can reject advice or ignore a suggestion, but turn down usually needs something that could be formally accepted. You turn down a job, a date, a scholarship. You don't usually turn down a piece of advice.
That is a tiny but important difference. So if my boss gives me advice I don't like, I shouldn't say, I turned down your advice.
It would sound very strange. You might say, I decided not to follow that advice, or I appreciate the suggestion, but I'm going a different way. Save turn down for the concrete offers.
Noted. This is why I need this podcast.
We all need reminders. Now, cultural context. Why do these phrases matter so much? Using turn out correctly makes you a better storyteller. You're not just stating facts, so you're sharing an experience with a beginning, middle, and end. Using turn down politely is crucial in American culture where indirectness is often valued in social and professional settings. And turn into gives your language color and imagery. It moves you from textbook English to expressive English.
It's the difference between the situation changed and the situation turned into a nightmare. One is flat, the other you can feel.
Exactly. You're learning to paint with words, Leo. Okay, practice round. I'm going to give you a scenario and you give me a sentence using one of our 3 turn phrases. Ready?
Ready.
Scenario 1. You apply for a scholarship. You don't think you'll get it. But then you get an email. Ellie, you got it.
The scholarship turned out I got it. I mean, I turned out to get the scholarship. Wait,
Almost. Try. It turned out I got the scholarship, or I turned out to be the winner.
it turned out I got the scholarship.
Perfect. Scenario 2. A company offers you a promotion, but it requires moving to a city you hate.
I had to turn down the promotion.
Excellent. Scenario 3. Over years, your collection of 5 houseplants has grown a lot.
My collection of 5 plants turned into a jungle in my apartment.
Love it? Turned into a jungle. That's the expressive language we're talking about. You're getting it.
This is fun.
It is. And because this is so fun and useful, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell. We drop new lessons like this every single day in each series, and you don't want to miss the next Word Power deep dive. It's your daily dose of real usable English.
Seriously, it helps so much.
Now, listener challenge. I want you to think of one thing in your life that turned out differently than expected this week. It can be big or small. Maybe the weather, a meeting, a recipe you tried. Form that sentence in your mind right now. The turned out to be. Say it out loud if you can.
Do it, everyone.
That's active learning. And if you're feeling brave, put that sentence in the comments below this episode. We love reading them and we'll reply to as many as we can.
Please do.
So, let's recap our one big takeaway from today. The word turn is a powerhouse of change. Use turn out for surprising results, turn down for polite refusals of offers, and turn into for visual transformations. Swap those in and watch your English become more dynamic and native-like.
Turn out, turn down, turn into. Got it.
Perfect. Remember, today's rule, think of turn not as a direction, but as a key to change, results, and choice.
Thanks, Maya.
And thank you for listening. Keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next episode of Speak Like a Native.